being Mahoney, my new podcast show every week. Being Mahoney, my new podcast show every week. What's up with everybody? My name's Tim Mahoney. This is beingmahoney.com show. You can check out online. You can also check out on iTunes. I'm here with my friend Shannan Paul. She's a comedian. Say hi. What's up, Shannan?
Hello. I'm very impressed because when I need a theme song, I can't sing my own theme song. That's talent right there.
I'm going to make you run right now.
You're going to make one?
I'm going to tell a little bit, people. Today, we're having fun. Every Monday and Tuesday, we're at Kieran's on Monday, and Tuesdays we're at the local. And what we're doing is if you come down here and you show us you retweeted or commented on the Facebook link, you get a free pint of Guinness. We're also going to be giving away some appetizers, gift cards. You might be able to date our producer, Aaron. He's looking for some chicks. We're also just going to be talking to Shannan about what she's got going. And then the second half of the show, I'm going to play some really serious love songs. Ooh. And people might cry. What's up, man? You can come on in. Don't get scared. So let's just start off, and let's just talk to Shannan. Shannan, how do we meet? We met
when you had recently come off of The Voice, and I was on the radio still. I'm still on the radio now, but that was a particular show, and we were talking to you about your voice experience.
That's right.
Is what we were doing. Yeah, and I was disappointed back then because I presumed that you had just come off of the show and you were all, I'm hot and I got this buzz, and I thought you would serenade me then. You would serenade me, and I got nothing.
Well,
I got nothing.
Here it is right now.
Okay, I'm ready.
This is a song called Shannan. Sometimes I say it serious, like Bono, Hello, Dublin.
Just don't pull the edge and fall off the edge of the stage. Right? Just don't do that. Stay seated.
But what if I went all political in the middle?
No, that's okay either. That would ruin the
this
vibe.
This is about the war in 1814 against oppression in a land of deep places. This is about Shannan and her ancestors going back 714 years.
Thank you.
Oh, Shannan, I can't believe you didn't text me last night. I think you're sweet. Holy shit, I think I love you. Can we make out for 3 seconds or more?
Do I get a response verse then? I can do a response verse?
Yeah, you ready for it? You want to go that?
Okay,
here we go. 1, 2, 3, hit me up, go.
Dear Timmy, didn't you notice that I blocked your number?
That's mean. Hit me again.
You've been calling and calling and calling and calling and calling and calling. Don't you know it's 3 a.m.? I just figured we could.
You figured we done? I figured we were done. You were ready to respond. Well, again. I was waiting for the rip.
You're waiting for a rip? No.
See, I was waiting for the ads, I just don't like you. You're short. You're a little heavier than I thought.
Nah, see, I'm okay with all of that.
Well, you did ask earlier what I drove. I said
that's because you offered me a ride, and I
said I'd give you a ride some night.
And I thought it was appropriate to ask you what you drove. You didn't. I didn't say that I would automatically disqualify any particular vehicle. I just wanted to know what it was because I feel like at least I should have enough of a standard that you should drive something better than I have, or I should just drive myself. Or call Uber.
So, that's sweet. You're just kind of a queen. That's cool.
Yes.
You want some, want a Mercedes, or what are we going to get here? Town car?
I have a Focus, so it doesn't take much. That's all I'm saying. So I just have at least some standard.
I come up in a Sanford & Son pickup and stuff.
I was like, no.
Yo, get in.
No, but at least if you had an Audi, I'd be like, ooh, an Audi. All right, that's fancy.
But it's like an 86 Audi. It's got a sweet cassette player.
You need an old school Camaro or something, a classic Camaro.
The tape I play in is the band called New Shoes. You remember them?
I remember New Shoes.
You remember New Shoes?
Spelled N-U Shoes.
Exactly.
N-U, yes.
What was their song called?
Were they I Can't Wait?
Baby, I can't wait. Down. What's up, buddy?
Tell me what is on your mind.
Awesome.
I got yours, you got mine. I can't wait.
That's good. I mean, it's not bad. You said you don't sing, so it ain't bad.
I don't sing. Yeah,
I
I don't.
That's good.
I'm comedic. So if there's a punchline involved, I can sing enough. I
haven't really heard you be funny yet, so we're going to get into that.
Oh, listen to that.
Oh, that we didn't know. So here's the deal. I don't know. I always don't like to Google too much of the guests because I like to keep some of it kind of fresh for the show. I know you've worked in radio and also comedy stand-up.
Yes.
Maybe just give me just a quick general little bio of that. I don't know.
Okay. So I started back in the day. I was on a hip-hop radio station here in town, a station called B96. I was the co-host there for a number of years.
Okay.
And then that was while I was also working on comedy and had the opportunity to kind of grow what I do is stand-up. And so now I do all the clubs that are in the Twin Cities. I do those. I do corporates and colleges and get to travel around and do that. I don't do as much road work as I used to. Like people used to, I used to go to... Like now I do some stuff where where are you going? I'm like, St. Sue Marie, Michigan. Something like I used to do a lot more road work, but I have a little boy. And so when I have my little boy, I'm like, if I'm going to be gone, I want to be gone for like a good reason. I don't just hit the road for long stretches anymore. So.
And what's probably your biggest gig that you've either done or opened for or, size people, anything?
I got to do the Texas State Rodeo, and I opened for Sinbad. And that was so it's a giant rodeo auditorium and it's full of people, and that was awkward because it was the first time that I ever got to perform in like the middle of something where there were people behind me. I'm like in the stage and like down where they're about to have like all the bull riders and stuff come, and I'm sitting there trying to go like, let me tell you some jokes.
Did you go home with a cowboy?
No, but I did eventually date a cowboy, and cowboys are awesome to date. I will date a cowboy. Date a cowboy.
Why would you date a cowboy?
Well,
what's
if they're
cool
going,
about them?
well, they're like...
They have sweet boots?
They're super, like... I'm kind of a tomboy, so I like a guy that is inherently more macho than I am. So he's like, I'm not scared of you. That's all fine.
So, I wouldn't fit under that category.
I don't know. We haven't gotten to know each other.
I mean, I'm kind of
like
small musician, kind of eclectic.
I might run over
almost
the top
kind of gay.
Yeah, but that's...
but not gay, but just
close. Kind of gay, teetering
just kind
on the precipice.
But it's kind of trendy now to be gay.
It is. That and
so
the
rodeo, that sounds cool. How about who's been your influences through the years of comedians? Who do you...
Oh, I look up to like the Wanda Sykes of the world and the Lily Tomlins who can, I don't do a ton of characters or anything like that, but those and the Paula Poundstones and the Ellen DeGenereses of the world, I just think are fantastic. They could do a combination of kind of just characters and tell a story and bring you along. And I used to be and still am, even though I'm torn, a big fan of Bill Cosby, even though there's this controversy surrounding him. Like now I even make jokes about, I'm going on the road and I need to make sure nobody's going to Cosby me, So, because it is different when you're a woman doing this on the world. But the way that he would craft, because I tell stories, the way that you can craft it and keep somebody's attention for that long and have these little comedic commas and people aren't like, wow, she talked for a long time. It's like that. That's the kind of thing that I've always kind of looked up to. And
that's cool, and that's a hard thing to do. I mean, not that I don't like the one-liner kind of comedians like, lately I've been listening to a lot of Mitch Hedberg. Totally different.
Loved Mitch. I had a chance to work with him before he passed.
Oh, you
did? Fantastic.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think that stuff is just unbelievable, but the story stuff can be tough, I just feel, because it's such a different model.
Yes.
And it's getting way deeper, and... I don't know. I guess my opinion is I think the story stuff is harder to keep people engaged.
And people ask me questions like, they're like, oh, that was real? Because everything that I say is a real story or something that really happened to me. It's through a filter, that I try to make it more accessible to people.
Yeah.
But it's like, unfortunately, that is something that actually happened to me.
Yeah,
and
like
now
the Richard Pryor or the delirious Eddie Murphy, the stories and about being a child. And that brings an interesting question. You said about Bill Cosby. You said... is that he, because of what happened, you're still a fan. And this kind of brings up an interesting thing I was talking about the other day. Can you hate an artist as a person and then still respect them as their art? And I ask this because people talk to me about, for instance, John Mayer. I played with him one time, and then he had that whole big thing where everybody hates John Mayer. But the truth is everybody thought he was just an asshole and all this stuff.
Right.
But can you separate and just go, well, guess what? I still think he's amazingly talented. I like his music. Now, I made up the decision. My opinion is I can do that because I don't really like him as a person, but I don't know him personally.
Right.
I know stuff they write about. I've also been a part of a small level of celebrity stuff and know that there's a lot of room in there. I'm not going to say that I know all the Bill Cosby stuff, but if I had to guess, I would say that it seems like it happened, but it maybe wasn't quite as far as it's been taken.
Right, and I do think that you have to, you still are a person that can decide to support a certain thing or not.
Right.
And it does, after a point, become very arbitrary and very personal. Like, I am not a fan of Tom Cruise, although I am a fan of a lot of movies that he does. So I have decided that I am not giving any more money to Tom Cruise. So if a Tom Cruise movie comes out, even if it's something that I can understand as an actor he might have done well in it, I refuse to pay for a Tom Cruise movie because I don't want to be one more number that made his.
So you don't like
popular.
him because
just things that he said in the press, and not even the Scientology specifically, but just the way that I feel like he had addressed people who had mental health issues and things like that. That's when I kind of turned on that, and so that's when I was like, you know what, I don't agree with that stance on it,
right.
And I think I'm allowed to do that, and so what I've done, like I said. You make millions of dollars. You're just not going to get my 12. If a buddy's got a bootleg copy of it, then I might watch that, or I wait until it comes on TV.
I just wanted to hug him in the movie Top Gun, in the volleyball scene. I just wanted to give him a hug.
That's the one you wanted to hug him in?
Yeah, because he's kind of sweaty and stuff. And it was kind of cool.
If you're looking for sweaty guys, we could find some that
think so?
More accessible. We can just hang out. Like, they have a lot of volleyball leagues in town that we can just hang out.
Maybe we could be sweaty, too.
What'd you say you drove again?
It's a platinum edition Prius. So it is the top model. So it's gold it's got dubs on it.
If we're in your Prius, then we have to hug.
8 subs, by the way. So we thump like stump.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's pretty cool. So now you said you don't do a lot of characters, but what about, do you do any, maybe even a Joker line or imitations, or even just a joke line of some of your favorite comedians? I thought of maybe you could just give a line or give a joke or give one of your favorite ones.
You know what,
and I'll come back with one of mine too.
Okay,
but I can even start if you want me while you're thinking.
Yes.
So like my favorite, of course, no question. Will Ferrell, Chris Farley. Those are for sure my top. And I'm a product of all that kind of stuff. And the Will Ferrell stuff is like one of my favorite skits he does is when he's with Chris Kattan and their Air Supply doing the Unplugged. Mm-hmm. And they come back and they go, "Hello, we're Air Supply. We've had 12 hits, all out of love, into love, love at last, love will be lost." And he keeps going on this stuff. And then he comes back again, commercial, he goes, "The one thing that was weird about us is we were totally famous, and then we wondered why we dropped off the earth and nobody cared anymore." And then they start making up a song about Thanksgiving, and then they ended up making out in the middle of the song. That was a good one. The Chris Farley skit, I mean, there's so many, but the one I've done before on here is, if you've ever met people from New York, as he goes, which I'm kind of loud saying, is he goes, So I'm out on the street here, and I says to the guy, no, the guy's walking right there. No, I look at the guy. No, yeah, listen. So I says to the guy, no, I look at the guy. He looks back. No, so I says to the guy, no, what? I says to the guy. He just keeps going. He never gets it out. And there are people like that, at Irish bars. And that was my Chris Farley rendition.
I'm really bad at remembering other people's bits. I can barely remember my own, but I just remember.
I
barely remember my own. But I was always like enamored with like we had talked about like Eddie Murphy and watching him. Like when he would go through all of the characters, like in Coming to America, and the fact that he could just be all like when he was doing like even before they would do the Soul Glow, and he would just go, just all these different characters. Yeah. I'm like, I wish I could do voices and characters and do all that stuff, and I just absolutely am like terrible at it. I can't.
I just believe in you.
I was like, so I'm sitting here racking my brain, and like even if you see my act, the only people that I sound like are people who I inherently already kind of sound like. So yeah, I could kind of sound like Wanda Sykes because Wanda Sykes kind of already sounds like me anyway when she tells her joke.
Yeah, kind of.
So, and I tried to do that one time because we had a chance to interview Wanda on our radio show. And I thought it would be hilarious to do dueling Wandas, where we would just both say like Wanda Sykes isms and stuff and do back and forth. And I would just be like, so, I was sitting there one day with my girl, and she's like, okay. And she like agreed to do it. And then once we started doing it, you could tell that she was not feeling it. Like, did not think it was funny at all. And so when I had a chance to go audition for Last Comic Standing, and she was one of the judges, and so I was like trying to like figure out what I could do to like remind people. So I ran into her at the bar, and we were trading stories about, hey, I saw you perform this one time and this, that, and other thing. And I go, yeah, you were on my show back when I was doing a morning show. And I bring up the bit. And so she's like, I think I remember that. And I'm like, oh, no. And I was like, yeah. And I go, yeah, my old co-host, we were talking before I came here, and he asked me if I was going to do a Wanda Sykes thing. And I'm like, I absolutely am not doing a Wanda Sykes doing my audition.
Well, that's okay. And you're at Go 90, is it Go 96?
I'm now Go 96.3.
Go 96.3. Mm-hmm. We also have BT,
yes,
who's also on the network there. By the way, Alive and Social Network has a bunch of shows going on, about 14. You have a show that you do on the network?
Oh, yes, my show. It's a Your Geek show. Yeah, okay. So it's a weekly show where we talk about pop culture, music, and movies through a geekly filter.
And what's that site?
It's yourgeekshow.com.
Okay,
Yourgeekshow.com.
Get it out there. Mm-hmm. And what about your own site?
That's MissShannan.com.
Miss Shannan.
Yeah, spelled with an A, though.
I know.
So it's Miss Shannan.
I thought it was a misspelling.
No, it's
with
Miss
Sean,
Shannan.
because Sean's he's drunk most days.
No, it's my mom's fault. She decided to be all creative and show me
fine.
Shannan. So,
I also want to give a quick shout out. You know how we got to? We are live here now, but really not totally live because we're recording. So when you hear it, it's going to seem like it's live, but it's not live right now. But we want to thank Guinness.
Live to podcast.
Right. We want to thank Guinness for our sponsors. Remember, if you come down here, or anybody hearing out there, all you got to do is show a tweet, and you get a free Guinness. We're also going to have some gift cards. They're going to bring me in a few, and we're going to give them away to everybody that's here, which is going to probably be you guys out there. But we'll just do some of that.
And I love this bar. I mean, this is one of those
old school, right?
And I have a lot of friends that have worked here over the years. It's a great.
The
place.
Local is just a very cool place. I've only been kicked out once. Which, when you're Irish and you get kicked out of an Irish bar, like, that's tough to do. I mean,
Did you headbutt somebody?
I mean, you know that you probably were a little belligerent.
I used to play a lot of soccer, and the Irish guys were like the worst. Like all the the Colombian guys, the Argentinian guys, none of them fought. It was the British dudes and the Irish guys that always wanted to get in a fight. And I was like, it's just rec soccer.
Well, guess what, Shannon? I'd fight for you. That sounds like a Bryan Adams song.
There you go.
'Cause I would fight for you. Baby, I'd die for you.
And then you'll pick me up on the back of your horse and we'll ride off into the sunset.
Or just ride to my palace.
Okay. You have a nice palace. Yeah. Lots of pillows.
It's like a small little cube thing. So how about, and I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit, how about just maybe giving us a little bit of yours?
Oh,
now you got to try. No, this is how they on the spot. And the only way I say this is because my mom, who will be listening to this show, hello, Kathy Mahoney. I'll try not to swear as much for my mom. She always used to tell me growing up, because she's a musician for a living, you're only as good as how fast you can prove it.
Yeah.
So meaning, if just even someone on the street would go, can you sing or play? Like, do you have to think about it? And I just believed in that. So same thing in comedy is like, okay, well, if you're a comedian, the first thing we do is like, well, then give me something. So I'm going to give you that and just, I don't know, give us a little bit or a skit. Just give it to me.
That's part of the reason why I'm really glad that I'm here, because, I just got rid of some long-term house guests. Yeah, they were supposed to stay with me for 2 weeks, and they ended up at my house for 2.5 months.
Wow.
That's delicious, right? Yeah, but you got to help people. And I was glad I could help him because my friend and his tiny girlfriend, and they have 2 little babies, a 24-month-old and a 7-month-old, and he just started a new job, and they're on welfare, and they're white. Yes!
Oh,
I'm like, yes! I'm like, take that, America. That's it. Breaking stereotypes. That's what we're doing right here at the local.
So we're
Divorced
letting
black
people,
mom with good credit in a house. Keep it. Don't get it twisted, Tim. That's how it works.
So, we did then just put that out there that you're not white.
Exactly. In case you didn't notice or you didn't Google me ahead of time.
Right.
That's funny that you say that because I had mentioned we'd had that conversation earlier this week. I was talking to some friends where people, because I don't sound what they think a black girl sounds
You don't.
like. And
you definitely don't.
And I'm like, I grew up in Arizona. If anything, I guess I'd sound Hispanic. But I mean, and so I've had that before for years. When I was on the radio, I would run into people and they'd go, "Oh, we didn't know you were black. That's okay though." And I'm like, "Well, thank you for validating it. I appreciate that."
Well, and of course, just all the cliches that go with it, And I don't really mean, I mean more the funny side of it, not the racism side,
right? Like,
but more just the funny stuff.
That I'm
like,
not more Shaniqua-y.
Yeah,
that
you
I don't
mostly-
have a BET Comic View type of stand-up performance. Like people thought that I was going to be a lot more BET Comic View.
And you don't always have the greatest hits of Snoop Dogg playing in your car.
No, I listen to a lot of shouty alternative rock music as well. And
what about like soft Tim Mahoney acoustic songs?
I would do that. I would do that. Yes, I will add that into it. And when I'm on the road, I'll be like, he's lulling me as I go, lulling.
Yes,
Yeah,
I like
it.
that.
Yeah.
I like
I
that.
have really eclectic music taste.
So
like
that was
most
what I was
people.
going to get into. Give me some of your interests. Give me some artists.
Right now, the favorite band that we're playing on Go 96.3 is AWOL Nation. I like shouty, pensive, I like that kind of stuff. I like that. Like 30 Seconds to Mars. I like that kind of thing.
Okay.
I'm really into, and then I like just really cheesy pop music every once in a while. Like you'll see me like singing along to Uptown Funk. I'm not burned on that song yet. Like everybody else is burned on that song, and I'm still like, that's right, Uptown Funk. I will still sing along to that.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what song it is, though, right? I mean, of course, we know it was an homage to Minneapolis music sound, and it totally is. But it's essentially the time.
Yes.
It's the time. Oh, we.
Yes, and I love it, and I'll still dance along to that.
Can you pull that up? Can you find that song?
Uptown Funk, and then
not Uptown Funk. What's the song of the time?
Jungle Love.
Jungle Love.
Yeah,
the
Jungle Love.
time.
Jungle Love, I just saw, who did it? Hosier did a really cool cover of that at Coachella this year.
Oh, he
Kinda thing
did?
where I'm like, go get it, young man, get it.
Uptown Funk or?
Yeah, of Jungle Love.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yes, and so I was like, sweet. He does a good, it was really fun to see that. I was a fan.
That's okay. Here we go.
Everybody get your dance on.
See?
See, I'm doing my flap
There
already.
it is. See? You can kind of hear it. Uptown Funk. Yeah, see that? Uptown Funk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's the lyric in Uptown Funk again? Uptown Funk.
Gonna give it to you. Uptown Funk, gonna give it to you.
Smack
Uptown
you.
Funk, gonna give it to you.
I'll just make up my own stuff. I'll be like, think I'm gonna smack you. I'm gonna see your ass. I'm gonna slap your ass. Think I'm gonna know you.
See, you're aggressive enough. We can hang.
I
It's
don't
all
care
right.
about things you say. I'm gonna get you anyway. No girl. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's how I'd hit it, That's good.
Hey.
So my mom, actually, when I was young, she would actually tell me, this is the total truth. She'd be like, Tim, you're not black. Because I did grow up listening to more soul.
Okay.
Sam Cooke especially.
Lovely.
And that's just where I got my style of singing. What's up? Come back, bro. All you got to do is retweet or Facebook. Check us out. My name's Tim Mahoney. What's up? What's your name? Hi, Chris. You can get a free Guinness. We're also going to do some giveaways. And then I'm going to play some songs in a little bit. If you want to get interviewed or get a tour of the kitchen at the local, it's pretty cool back there. They got pots and dishes and stuff.
Warm water.
Are you married? But is she here tonight? Business. Nice.
She's got
so that
business.
means you're getting business tonight, or what? What are we doing? Come back. Please come back. Let's have
Is your
fun.
buddy married?
Uh-oh.
No? Is your buddy he said his buddy was not married to everybody this.
You're trying to get some stuff, aren't you?
Hey,
You're
I
trying
have to
get
put
what you
it
can.
out there on occasion. I have to options.
Well, I kind of thought we were.
Options.
You said we could sweat together.
Well, we have it. I could have multiple days during the week. Maybe. What if
You have multiple days.
There's multiple days during the week. Maybe maybe his friend
so
can
now
be
you're
Tuesday.
you're already
It can be-
cheating.
No, because we haven't had the opportunity to hang out.
But there's
yet.
a chance that.
Yeah, but it's like right now I'm looking for multiple partners on the teeter totter. We'll
There
see how
we
that
go.
goes. There
That's-
we go. See,
I am also. That's there. We said it. I am also looking for multiple partners. So if you want to get to know me, I'm looking for multiple partners. So if you see any girls out there, kind of, they don't even have to be super hot. Just bring them back. Say, Tim Mahoney said, I'll buy you a drink or a shot. Just come on back here and listen because...
So don't tell them that I don't think they're not super hot. Just tell them, I'd like you. You're attainably hot. That's what I like.
Like you ain't like that's how I get girls all the time. So here's the deal. I'm hot, you're not. But it's no big deal. I mean, I'd tap it. You know, whatever.
See, Mahoney, you see why I'm asking him about his friend. You see why
That's
I was
fine.
like trying
She's
to get
already
somebody
offended.
on deck.
She's gonna storm off the show, and then we'll get more ratings. No, I'm just kidding, right? Isn't it always funny?
That's what you have to do
But
on
isn't
a
it always
reality
funny?
show. On a reality show, you have to leave.
You know, the controversy, all the stuff. I'm always telling Sean Bernard, he's the producer of the show, is, you know, what crazy things can we do, and that'll get us more press. Like, if I could get literally arrested, and we had it somehow on, like that would somehow just get us something. I don't know.
I feel like that we need to find something that is more, that's not quite that far. Because if you get arrested, then we can't do the next episode. So we have to have something that has more of a cliffhanger where you
Well, I got a good lawyer.
If you got in a fight, maybe you just need to say more controversial things, like Kanye West. Like you have to be more like Kanye West. Just say outlandish stuff that doesn't make any sense.
And just be hated, but you just keep doing it
in a good way. Yeah.
Well, you gotta love it when people are just like, people just do not like Mayweather or something.
Yes.
Which is gonna bring me to my next little topic. Mayweather Pacquiao. What did you like?
I went with Pacquiao, but that's because I had that good.
And you didn't
versus
even
evil.
go with your home. I mean, everybody thought there's another thing that people assume. They think if you're black, you
have
to go
black
Mayweather.
But he's the. I don't know him, but he seems like a terrible person. He does. He seems like a terrible person.
Like you're the first person to say that.
He does a lot of things
I love
that
how
I'm like,
polite
he's
you
a
were.
terrible person.
Like,
and it's like, I don't need to.
Why are you so polite about it? You should read the shit on the internet. It was like, I would literally kill that fucker.
I'm just a polite person in general. That's why.
Like there's women on there that are like, I will literally slap him in the face.
Because he's terrible. There's nothing
bad.
positive about him. He plays up the fact that he's a terrible individual.
No,
so why am I going to support him? You know, so no. And so I liked that good versus evil story. I liked that, Manny Pacquiao made his own made his own theme song, his Filipino theme song that he performed himself, and he wants to run for office. I really liked that story, and I wanted the underdog to win. And when he didn't, I was all disappointed. And I'm really mad that industry makes so much money the way that it does. It's like, wow.
The only thing that I feel good about too is that Pacquiao did not really make that much less money than Mayweather. So as far as a financial thing, it's not like one got completely rich and one got $50 in a gift card, or something.
Right. I just, it's interesting when you have these people that are professional athletes, and I understand that they have to train really hard and do this, but I'm like, wow, what a ridiculous amount of money you make for what you do. It's fascinating.
Well, they just said recently on Twitter, what was that today, that they showed, there's a picture of Mayweather. He bought some people some champagne in Vegas, and the bill was like $1.2 million.
I just can't stand him even more.
The counter picture was Pacquiao at a kid's school.
Right.
Like giving like a peace sign.
Right.
Just like the polar opposite.
That's what I'm saying. There's nothing about Mayweather that I'm interested in. He's just a terrible person.
Someone said on Twitter also, if everybody could line up and just give him a punch in the face, like he'd be like that. Everybody that wanted to, he'd be 100 times richer if they could just give him $1.
Yeah,
per
I would
punch.
probably punch him, and I don't like punching people because it hurts your hand just as much as it hurts them. I don't want to.
You got some power in that shit?
Yeah. I'm kind of a jock for a girl,
okay.
Kind of thing.
You got some bob and weave.
Yes, I can bob and weave. I used to.
Like, would you come in? Would you come in like
I used to play football,
Mayweather
and I don't fight. I don't fight fair, kind of thing. I'm like,
okay,
there's no Queensberry rules with Michelle.
Would you come in like Mayweather and kind of more bob and weave, or would you go for the kill, the knockout?
I always go for the kill. I don't like to fight.
Right.
So I'm like, and I think that's the difference. Like, they have to have this artistry because that's their job, kind of thing. I'm used to fighting where you're either trying to protect yourself or somebody deserved to get punched in the face, and you just need to just take care of business. Yeah. And I do think that. I mean, I am very polite about a lot of things, but I don't normally encourage violence. But there are some people who say ridiculous things, and they don't get called on the carpet because of the way the society is. And I'm like, you wouldn't say that kind of crap if you got punched in the mouth accordingly. Like, just like not anything terrible, but there's some people that say stuff like, you should get punched in the face.
Right.
And there's no minimal retribution that can happen to a person. It either is nothing happens to him at all, or something terrible happens, and there's like a shooting and some sort of road rage situation. There's not just a reasonable amount of you shouldn't have done that. You learned a lesson and got hit in the face, hit in the mouth. So,
Irish. I grew up very Irish, obviously, and hitting people in the face is a little bit more of a common thing.
So you were a scrapper. You were a scrapper.
Well, no, actually. It's going to sound sad, but it's not. The only people I've ever fought was my dad.
Oh, yeah, that does sound sad.
Don't make it sad. It was beautiful.
Okay. You learned a lot from it, is what you're saying. Okay.
Give me another artist. How about another artist that you're at?
Music-wise that I like? Let's see.
How about let's do a little bit of the cliche, but I just want to know, because I was just thinking of we said the cliche, do you like Snoop Dogg? But I was just thinking of some R&B hip artists.
Outkast. Anything Outkast. Anything Outkast, I'll go with that. Yeah.
How about someone
and
I
Snoop
just
Dogg,
love?
Snoop Dogg, you brought up Snoop Dogg. Here's why I like Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg, he has a web series. Like it's the double G, it's the double G network kind of thing. And so he's like, and so Snoop Dogg, who is fascinating, and he's high the entire time, and he has all these guests come on, and he interviews them, and he's actually a really good interviewer for somebody that's so high. And so the other thing that's cool about Snoop is Snoop is a really big fan of Game of Thrones. And I watch most of the geekly shows, but I'm not a Game of Thrones fan. But we can get back to it later. So Snoop Dogg is always talking about Game of Thrones, and he's even on their mixtape. There's the Game of Thrones mixtape that's come out, and so he's got one called The Lannisters Anthem, if you're a Game of Thrones person. So he's sitting there rapping about swords and all this stuff and doing all of this thing, because he's Snoop, and he can rap about anything and make it sound good. Ludacris, I'll listen to any Ludacris.
What about, I want to play a little sample.
Okay.
One of my favorites, this is obviously more R&B, but I'm just a sucker for this guy.
I used to have the biggest crush on Brian McKnight.
This is Brian McKnight.
Yes.
But if I was, man, I
had the biggest.
This is the live one.
Do you have one on there?
That's what I'm playing.
Oh, good. Okay.
Check it out. Just hear the intro here for a second. Just play a little bit of it. He's doing a little kind of fancy. This is a live record of his called Brian McKnight Live. He's actually a crazy good piano player, but just comes in here to the intro. Maybe turn up the song a little bit. And that's me turning it up? No? I think my phone is all up there.
Unbelievable how I used to say that I'd fallen apart. The basis is need to know if you don't know just how I feel. Then let me show you right now that I'm for real.
You gotta hit those. Time will reveal.
Everyone in the house.
I don't like to sing with these ones because they sing it not the way that I know it, so I know I'm gonna mess it up.
So you can't follow
No.
it? You're like, oh shit, man. Oh, see there he went all jazz.
You're the only one for me, and
Boom.
see?
Gonna take you all home. Oh, I'm gonna set you free. If ever I'm at the local and you wanna kick me out, baby,
See, Brian
just cut
McKnight
me
is the
off
reason
at
why
8.
Brian McKnight is the reason why you're having such a hard time getting me to go out with you, is because he has set up unrealistic expectations
What the
for
hell?
normal guys. That's the problem. Because I'm all like, I expect you to be like
there's
that.
no joke. I see the stuff you looking at me. Don't even kid yourself. I'm not even conceited, and you are checking this shit up.
But when you expect,
You've always hugged me, let's be honest, a little long.
Oh, you're because I overhug you.
Yeah, you do that extra like 6 seconds, and it's like
I
it went
overhugged
from
him one
it's like we
time.
hug, and then sometimes I kind of want to slip my hand just a little down.
And the fact that I didn't let go, Mahoney. Okay, then now that's what it is.
But I feel like we've never been out partying. If you were, I would do that.
We have never gone out partying.
And then
you're
you'd be
correct.
like, Tim, that's inappropriate. And I feel like that even if you said it to me, I mean, if you're serious, I'm sorry, I would laugh.
You would laugh because I would say it like that. It'd be like, Tim.
Tim, that's inappropriate.
And you'd go, you're so polite, and you would just laugh.
And I'd still do it.
But that is exactly it, is that you listen to all these love songs, and then you go, that's right, that's what it's supposed to be like, and he's supposed to feel that way about me. It's like, that's not the way it works. Like the worst, okay, there's one, there's a song by Airborne Toxic Event, and it's this story of the guy and his mate his mates are in this bar, and his ex-girlfriend comes walking in, and he can smell her perfume as it wafts across the room, and she's wearing a white dress that she used to wear, and
you
she
wearing
looks
perfume?
like anything, huh?
Do you wear perfume?
I do wear perfume. Yeah, so
I don't use deodorant all the time.
well, you're an artist. I know you're like.
Ouch. Does that mean like I don't shower?
Yes, you got to shower. If you're picking me up, at least shower before you get
I'll shower for that one.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, you can. If we're going on a date,
Shannan,
shower.
she did ask me, did I change today?
You probably wait. Yeah, I bet. Okay, I bet you this was the answer. You did change, but you put the clothes on you had on yesterday. You changed back into the clothes you had on. Like you took them off, went to bed, put them back on, came here.
But I just look good, so it doesn't matter. That's sweet old freshness.
You get away with the stuff like that because you have a guitar when in doubt, and you can always go. I'm gonna.
Scott is agreeing with that.
Yes, because you can say
So
this is why it works. Tim.
By the way, Scott here is the also managing partner of Alive and Social Network. He's out there heckling me.
And this is the problem.
Are you saying because I get away with stuff because I have a guitar, like I'm more conceited, or
no? Because you have a guitar. So if a lady goes, well, he's kind of it's the singing.
It's singing. It's smooth, isn't it?
Because it's like, wow, he's kind of smelly. They're like, one, you're like a dream come true. And then we forget that you stink, and we let you stay.
We forget
and
you
that's
stink.
The problem. He's kind of smelly.
So,
but
like, what if it was like this?
What?
So what if I was smooth, though, and I was hitting it all sweet? I was like, even though you take me slow, I stink like a fucking hoe, but I love you so. Oh, I believe it, yeah. I know I don't wear deodorant. I don't even know what fucking scent. But I want to wrap my arms around your big old booty.
And this is what I have had enough of these people.
I fucking stink. Baby, don't you know it's real? Just want to show you how I feel. Just lick my armpits, they're real. I fucking stink. Oh, your eyes stink. You better believe it's real, I stink. I'm coming at you today.
And see, I would bring you to brunch, and my girlfriends would be like, "Girl, I told you that he's really smelly." I'm like, "Yeah, but he thinks so pretty, and he's just no, all he does is sit on your couch. He just sits on your couch. He could at least go shower. He just sits on your couch. There's no reason for him not to shower."
Do you feel like if we went out and partied and we woke up and say we got pretty zipped up, and then I didn't get to sleep with you in the bed, and you woke up and like I had a T-shirt and I was naked.
I would go, God damn it!
But I had like a bag. But I had like a bag of Doritos.
You would be that guy.
And then you'd have a roommate, and he'd be like, "Who is that dude on the couch?" "Oh, that's Tim Mahoney."
What would happen? Here's what would happen.
The singer guy?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the singer guy. What would happen is he'd be like, we'd go out, and you would get drunk, and I'd be like, "Well, I can't just leave him here." And I'd end up driving you home, and then it would be
so you wouldn't get drunk, because you're saying.
I would probably.
You'd be responsible?
Yeah, I'm responsible, unfortunately.
Here we go.
And then I'd end up driving you home, and you would act like you wanted to do stuff, and then once I got you in the house, you'd pass out, and I'd be totally cool with that. And that would be like...
Well, that just hurts.
I'm sorry.
No, I mean, that's just straight up mean.
I'd be like, "Oh, did you pass out?"
But you're
Sweet.
saying
Here's some water. I'd put some water
so
next to you.
So if I was a little less drunk, then shit's going down, though.
But you wouldn't remember anyway.
Baby, could we at least play Grandmaster Flash?
Yes, of course.
Because I feel like that would be our jam if we were in bed together. We
could do that.
Like
really? Can you keep up with Grandmaster Flash?
Okay, check me out. Don't you think I don't?
Do you really think that?
Are you Grandmaster?
I kind of feel like you'd be... I feel like I'd be techno and you'd be country. I feel like we don't have the same rhythm.
Well, I told you, my mom said I'm actually, I said I grew up listening to a lot of,
So you have rhythm? Because that would make it awkward if you did not.
Are you kidding? Rhythm, I started on drums.
Oh, that's nice. No wonder you're a mess. That's what I don't know. I don't know a single drummer. I'm like, oh, you do two different things with your hands and
we're
your
going to
feet?
have a small dance party with me and the other 8 ladies here tonight. No, Grandmaster Flash.
I like Grandmaster Flash.
Of course, because they're the ones that started it all, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like one of those deals.
Like, even when you talk about hip-hop had more than a 30-year run.
Like, you know, I mean, it's the groove of this. I mean, you can't fight that.
No.
For a little Blondie sample, of course. Of course, he had to get the rights. That was like some of the early days of sampling. But when they hit the groove here, I mean, when they hit the groove, you just can't, this bass line, turn it up a little bit here. Oh no, yep. Come on, here it is.
I like this because there's this, remember, because you know I have roller skates. Like, I ate wheeling.
3,
That's what I
4, do a rap, go.
I can't.
You can't rap?
No.
I can.
Go ahead, let's see go.
Here it comes.
All right.
I was born on the streets with Shannan in my hair. We don't care, we got things in the dare. I've been loving her so long time. Gonna get a cock, go rockin' all time. We sing to the bitches and the players. They sing. Oh!
See, I can do that.
Oh! Gonna slap it in the hay. Oh! Gonna tick, tock, sick it, hop. Me and Shannon gonna get it till it's gonna rock. We're gonna play it all night, gonna get shit right. Locals gonna do with the Guinness alright. Sip, sip. We got the girl in the background playing with my ass, don't matter what it's doing. Oh no!
Tim is a good time. See,
Oh, Tim is a good time. I like that.
Your backup, so y'all follow along.
Tim, what did you do?
Tim is a good time.
If you want a good time, give him a call, 612-7485. There it is.
I can do that. That's when I would start skating backwards. I'm like,
Skating
gotta
backwards?
Yeah, that's when you skate backwards. You do that.
Oh, now you're moving. That's going to get me excited. That's good. That kind of got me excited when you moved like that.
See, I think that works out really well. So okay. When you're like sitting alone in your house not bathing, do you just sit there with the guitar, just chill? Is that just how you occupy yourself in your? Because I have to write and get to do all this stuff, but I mean, I think it'd be cooler to be able to play a guitar and do all that stuff. So
it probably sounds way more glamorous than it is. I'm not a person that actually is always that way. I'm more phase writing.
Okay.
Since I play so much, the guitar is always around me. Obviously, you can tell the ad-libbing thing is something that I'm doing constantly.
Right.
For family members, for friends coming home. And then there's the serious part of writing a song. And that can happen at weird times. I might be driving. I might pull into a Target parking lot and
you have to
just
like
have
work
an
on
idea,
it.
write it down. A lot of times, lately a lot of my songs are a little bit more, honestly, a little bit more melancholy.
Okay.
You're
You're
kind
just
of
in
more
that phase right now?
I just am kind of heavier, some piano songs, some acoustic songs. I thought maybe we would play.
Well, I understand that because, I mean, my jokes, you can tell what's going on in my life based upon where my material is getting its foundation from. So it's like, oh, okay. So, like, there's a lot of jokes I don't tell right now, but that were when I was going through my divorce. Then I was like, oh, you seem a little mad, kind of thing. And now I'm not, I'm in much more of that positive kind of, all complaints are minor phase of my life. So I don't have as many of those.
Do you do
things.
skits sometimes about some of your exes and stuff and rip
You know what?
them?
I do have some bits where I talk about my ex-husband, kind of thing. But some of them are I have just as many skits where I talk about me and I talk about, because I pick on myself a lot. I talk about, my little boy. I talk about my family, so like my mom and my sisters.
Do they get mad and like get...
You know what? It depends. Like my middle sister, she's like, oh my God, I do not sound like that. Don't tell that joke. And she didn't like it. And then, but all her friends are like, that sounds just like Casey, and so they
Do they talk like that, really?
Yeah, my sister is full on Valley girl.
Okay.
She's like full on Valley girl, and she's like, I do not sound like that.
Is she hot at all, or?
All of us are hot, yeah. Okay. So kind of thing, but you can't talk to them. Kind of
I can't talk to them.
No,
I feel like you're kind of biased though a little bit. That's just my opinion.
Yes, but I've had other people tell me that my sisters are hot. Okay. So I'd
probably hit them too up. Just
that's why you're not meeting
like a backup,
especially
like a
my youngest
plan.
sister. You stay away from them.
I'll just stop by.
But my baby sister, I hadn't written any jokes about her, and she got offended. She's like, "Why don't you have any jokes about me?" And so I was like, okay. And so I just didn't have anything to talk about. And then she did some weird stuff. And so now she's actually one of my favorite bits that I get to tell right now, because I won't tell you the joke. I'm just going to tell you a story, because my little sister, she lives in Northeast Minneapolis, and she started gardening last summer. And in her neighborhood, they have a squirrel problem. So my sister got mad that the squirrels kept eating her plants. So she went out and got a high-powered pellet rifle and has just been shooting squirrels.
Well,
and that's what she does. And at first
no, I
she
mean,
was
that's
really
just not cool, man.
It's
You kill
not
those
cool.
little
I'm like, you can't
things.
just shoot squirrels, kind of thing.
Those
I'm
little
like,
things are beautiful.
And so she does not think so. She was mad. And, so,
You know
and she's
what's
an
awesome?
animal lover. And so
You know it's awesome when squirrels water ski.
I saw
Like
that on YouTube.
there's way too many people, little squirrels that water ski.
They're God's creatures. That's what I told her. And so she was decided that she had killed all these squirrels with her pellet rifle, and we made her feel bad.
What's that,
and
Scott?
Scott? But she's a chef in town. I'm not going to tell you where she cooks, because that's why she started.
You're not
she's
going to
like,
give her
she
some
goes,
advertising, or
So, no, because she started cooking
What,
them,
'cause
and
I
I
have
don't
no
want them to think that
listeners,
she's
or-
like squirting. She's like, I don't. She's like, she started deciding that maybe she could try cooking them, and I just don't want anybody that goes where she works to think that she's like sneaking in squirrel meat from North Minneapolis squirrels. She's not. Their food is still delicious, and my sister is not like grinding up squirrels or making squirrel jerky and bacon or anything like that. So.
Well, I'm going to play a
And
little.
she's actually more of our producer's age. She's more like
He needs to be set up. By the way, we got to get him. We got to get him away from the
How old are
Gap.
you?
Two things we got to do: get him a hot chick and get him
26,
away
yeah.
from the Gap store. We just got to get you.
What's wrong with this shirt?
Well, no, we just got to get this Gap and stuff like that. It's just come
Don't
on.
take to the young
Uh-oh, here
man
we
who was
go.
helping us. I'm like, do not take wardrobe advice from the guy who wears the same shirt 2 days
Yeah,
in
but
a
this
row.
shit's sweet. Come on. Easy like Sunday morning. Here's a little sample.
He's musky. It's musky.
This is one of my brand new songs. It's called "Hold On to Your Heart." I'm actually going to play it. Give you a little opinion. I'll play a little verse and a chorus. It's kind of a heavy story, but it's about someone that you know that is maybe going through a tough time, and that you know how strong they are. And maybe you're telling them, "Hey, you're going to be fine. You can get through us." But we're going to play a clip and just see what you think here. So turn it up there. It'll start in a second. It's called Hold On.
Hold on to your heart, don't let go. Hold on to your heart. You never want to be the girl that all the guys like. You just want to be the girl someday's gonna be your wife. And all your friends talk about the things that you do wrong, but you don't care about that. You know that you were born to just be strong. Good, and you know you can take all the punches and the blows. You can look inside and still grow. Baby, hold on to your heart, don't let go.
That's it. What do you think?
I like it a
You
lot.
like it?
I do like it.
It was kind of
I like
heavy.
it a lot.
It's kind of heavy.
I didn't think it was that bad. I
No.
thought it. I thought it.
It's kind of it's going for a little bit of Bruno Mars. What did you guys think out there? Just kind
And
of
you
like
need
it,
that
or
sometimes. Like you have.
good piano, so not the singing.
You need that sometimes.
He goes, "Oh, thank you."
It serves a point. So
That's
like,
funny. You're
sometimes
like,
you have
that's
it.
good piano. That might be the funniest thing I've ever heard today.
I have
Wow.
a question for you. You asked
Please.
me about my jokes and if I ever talk about my exes. Do you ever, like, if that would happen, if we had like a really bad breakup, would I end up in your song and you'd be all mad at me like Taylor Swift? Would I
Okay.
end up being in the
Done.
song?
Check this out.
Like,
I've written. Well, first off, I wrote a whole record about a breakup with a girl.
Okay.
Called "Stay Leave." Arguably one of my best records ever. And I wrote 2 songs, and I'll just do quick samples of them. One where I was pissed off with her, and both of these songs I co-wrote with a guy, and I kind of drop his name a lot because he did some big things. His name's Kevin Kadish.
Okay.
And he wrote and produced a song all about the bass.
okay.
And we wrote these songs together, and I'll just do a quick one. This one's called Theme Song. When I was mad at her, it was like, you're looking at yourself in the mirror. Seems like that's all you're about. You're acting like a bitch out of water. You still haven't figured it out. And what a waste of a pretty face. I can see right through you. Oh no. A little style, a little grace.
it might really do ya. 'Cause you drop dead, you misled. Ooh, you're ugly on the inside. Cocaine, champagne, you're just looking for a good time. In your head, you ain't doing nothing wrong. Well, maybe this could be a theme song.
See, I don't know, maybe it's just me. I feel like it's worse if you go through a breakup with a musician and then there's a song that everybody can sing at you, and eventually little kids will learn and marching bands might perform.
There's kids
one day,
that come up and sing that
thing.
song. They're like,
Right.
cocaine.
They're
I'm
like,
you
what
shouldn't
did they
say that.
do to you when they
But check this out. Check how beautiful this. Then the love song came right in this, When I think about the way I lied, the eventide over me and you, and something tears me up inside. Oh, I'm crucified. Oh, about the truth. It's hard to say goodbye, but someday I hope you realize, the more I see you, the more I want you, the more I need you. For more than a moment, more. There you go. See, that shit's gonna get.
It was beautiful.
I mean, see,
but see, this is that I am definitely. You're like a sorcerer. This is why I'm not going out with you.
Because you get all excited with
You're
that
like,
shit.
oh, that was beautiful, and I'm like, but he never flushes the toilet. He leaves his socks everywhere. And they'd be like, but the more I see you, and I'm like, fine,
can
you
you
can
do
stay.
Fine, I'll take off my clothes.
The more I see you, I'm like, Mahoney.
That's why sometimes I'm in the elevator and I'm behind people.
Uh-huh.
I just sing Boys to Men and just see if they look back. But I'll do it and try to act like it wasn't me. So there'll be like 8 people. I'll be like, although we go. They'll be like, I don't know what's going on.
Am I hearing things?
To the end of. No, it wasn't me. You hit that song in the day, didn't you?
Oh, God, I love that song.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm a terrible, because you can see I am not a good singer, but in the car, I'll do a car concert. I will sing loud to I've ruined so many people's songs to myself in the car. I sing loud, too. I think I'm great.
Well, we're going to do something. I'm going to put you to a little challenge. It's a little comedy challenge. So what it is we're going to make up a song. I'm essentially going to make it up, right?
Okay.
But I'm sure you've seen this before. We're copying a little bit. By the way, I'm putting that out there because I know about the Louis C.K. thing that came about him supposedly stealing a scene from Saturday Night Live. Well, when I do, I make sure I am specific on it, that this is a little thing that Kirsten Wiig and the other guy from SNL, I can't think of his name. Anyways, what it is where you look at me, and I'm going to say words and sing, but you try to mouth and just do the words with me as I sing.
Okay. All
Okay?
right, yes.
So the best you can.
Okay.
So we're just, and again, it's just going to be any kind of
You're just going to sing along, and I just
anything.
have to keep up.
Yep.
Okay.
So, and what kind of song should it be? Let's just see what we got here. I'm already laughing. The stuff I'm thinking of. Ready?
Ready.
Look right at me.
I'm looking at you.
Look in my eyes.
I'm looking. They're beautiful.
I've been looking in your
Beautiful.
eyes all night.
You just noticed I had eyes. Don't play.
All night long. I love Lionel Richie. All night long. All night. All night. I wish people could see a video of this. Sometimes I forget they can't see us, and they're not going to see some of the funny stuff. We're going to get
that
it.
one at a time. Yeah,
we
we'll
can
do
get
it
it.
next
Scott
time.
goes, we can
do
get that.
We can stream it. We'll live
I feel like they should because.
Well, you stream it next time.
I look funnier. And so does Shannan.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to have to shower. What if that was something in the contract that the network asked me? They're like, Tim, I just want to sit down with you and you're doing a great job. We feel you're following all the contract obligations.
But we have a concern.
We just have a small concern. We just bought you some soap.
Yes.
and a new shower in our studio.
And we got you a contract from Bath and Body Works.
Yes.
We thought we'd have that. Here's an addendum to your contract.
I like it. If you don't shower, you're punished each time with a little shock or something. You know, it'd be like, so I'm on the show and I'd be like, welcome to the... What if you caught me while I was singing too? I was like, sweet old making a thing, son of a mother. Okay, so here we go, making up a song. Ready?
Okay.
I love... You got to sing with me now.
Oh, I have to say the words too?
Yes.
You told me I just had to make the
who's
face.
Looking? Nobody
okay,
can see.
I'm going. Let's go. Well, that's why at first I thought this was a really advised
back here in the corner,
situation.
like, who's there?
That's why I was like, why is he telling us to do this whole visual bit when we're talking?
Here we go. Come on now.
Okay, all right. All right.
I love Doritos and guacamole with beer. I love the local and sweet-ass chicks here. Here it is. I love peanuts and popcorn. I love shelter. And I love dog horns and cannibals. Cannonballs. Balls. We got so much in common. Sometimes we can't fight it. We're probably gonna make out. I'm probably gonna touch you.
This is just subliminal, is what he's doing now. This isn't even a game anymore. I'm like, okay. All right, go.
Do you believe in magic? No, I don't. Do you believe in pageants or fucking in smokes? I heart Tim and his show. There we go. See?
Well done. High five.
You did a really good job. I mean, I'll admit I made you said a lot of nice things to me because I knew that was the only way it was going to happen. Because you've been kind of mean most of the show.
I'm not mean. I'm
no,
a very
fine.
polite
Just rip
person.
the shit, whatever.
No.
I mean, that's fine. I mean,
You're sensitive. You're sensitive.
You can be a
Tim.
guest next year sometime,
You're
for
just
sure.
sensitive. I kind of feel like I'll end up being a guest between now and then, because no matter how mean I am to you, you're going to make somebody else more mad than I am at you.
I might have done that before.
Yeah, you're going to upset somebody. You'll be like, Shannon.
How about I'm going to play a song for you? You tell me what you think.
Okay.
It can be like American Idol.
Yay.
But just like, be nice a little bit.
I am. I'm Paula.
So what I am doing is I am giving you samples of brand new songs, which is kind of fun because no one's really heard them. And this is a song that I wrote actually in our studio, the Alive and Social Networks studio. And
which is actually really cool because we've done some live shows there and performances that are like in this really cool intimate setting. So that's awesome.
It's cool because it's a house, and that's kind of an interesting thing. But just check it out. I'll give you a little sample. You want to maybe get a little more of this mic here, will you? One kiss, baby, let me know. Wanna feel things from your soul. Look in my eyes and hear me say, you're my world, it's just that way. Saying, time doesn't mean a thing. I'm with you, nothing hurts, I can even think. Oh, time doesn't mean a thing. I know now, this love just pulls us in. I know now this love is happening. Yeah, yeah, yeah. One breath, thank you, takes me there. I wanna see the move of your hair, and holding back is just what you do. So I'll be waiting there for you.
can even think. Time doesn't mean a thing. I know now this love just pulls us in. I know now this love is happening. I'll see you there. Ask for a table for two. My kiss is there. It's all I want from you. 'Cause time doesn't mean a thing. I know now this love just pulls us in. Yeah. Time doesn't mean a thing. I know now this love just pulls us in. I know now this love is happening. Yeah. Thank you.
That was awesome.
Judges, let me hear what you think.
I thought that was awesome. I got no complaints.
Well,
I got it.
that doesn't really
What's the name of
think.
it? What's the name of it?
That surely doesn't sound good. I have no complaints.
What's the name of it again?
What's up, brother? You ever notice when people are singing, they're just a little scared? They kind of walk in and like, I don't want to go there. Hi. Do you want to hear me sing? Do you want to play guitar? We have a little new guest here.
Oh, yeah, he's tiny.
You want to come up and say something with us on the mic?
He's shy.
He's a little shy.
Like a 4-year-old just gave it, and he's just so shy.
Yeah, I have a lot of 4-year-old fans in
I love
Ohio.
4-year-olds. They're cute. They're like
in Scott's hometown at Philadelphia.
He's like, no, I do not want to sing. He's like,
but he can hear.
I'm going to grow up and be an engineer like I should, not be a performer. I don't want to be a
But
performer.
if you want to get girls. So you liked it. Now you
I
said
love
no
it. I thought it was
complaints. I mean,
good.
that sounds
I'm sorry,
like
that's just how I
that
talk.
sounds like a
That's-
Simon Cowell thing. Like, you know what? I had no problem with it. I mean, that's like a total record company answer. What that means
what does that
is
mean?
that I don't want to sign you, but it was fine. It was basically I could listen to it. I wouldn't like just push it off immediately, but I definitely wouldn't buy it.
Oh, I'd buy it.
Okay.
I'd buy it. Yeah, I'd buy it. That you didn't frame it correctly. I didn't
Okay,
know what
I got you.
feedback I was allowed to say.
I
So
got you, I
no,
got
I
you.
think I really liked it. I was
got
clapping
you.
before it was. I preemptively clapped. I clapped before everybody else was even prepared to clap. Like I really liked there at the beginning, or before in the middle there, where you did that little riff thing. I was like, that was awesome. Where you did that, I liked
What did
that.
I do at the
You did
beginning?
a little thing in the
Oh,
middle.
yeah.
You did a thing, and then you kind
Like,
of.
what did I do?
I don't know. I don't use the right
I never
words.
remember what I did. So.
You did
You're
a
gonna
riff
ask
and
me
you
like,
hit this
remember when
little
we
note?
talked about this? I'm
I
like,
know. See?
No.
Yeah.
I had some Jameson.
Remember when I
so-
told you I wouldn't go out with you? No, I don't remember that at all.
And that's why we're naked. Because I didn't take no. I was closing. You heard that term, Scotty. You got to get us some sponsors. Which, by the way, let's do a quick shout out on a serious note to Guinness.
Yay, Guinness.
I have a Guinness right here. If you do hear this, even if you don't hear it, just tell a friend next time you're in here. Mention Tim Mahoney said he'll buy me a Guinness. It's possible they might. I'm not sure. But really, all you have to do when you come down here, we're going to be here every Tuesday from 6 to 7. Come down. We're going to give away gift cards. We're going to give away, we got glasses, T-shirts, Guinness beers. Nice. We can give away 50 Guinness beers. Anybody who retweets or tweets. I want to thank Shannan Paul for coming on the show today.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Let's give a
Let
hand
me
for her.
hang
Come
out.
on now. Let's make it sound loud. Thank you, people. I just want to say, I know we may not go out, and that's okay. But let's just stay friends, you know. And
yes,
just,
I
let's
like
see
that
where that
idea.
goes.
Yes.
But I don't want it to be uncomfortable to where we get to the point and you're like, you know, where we get that thing and you're like, you know, let's just be friends, and then I get hurt, you know. Because then I'll have to write a song about you.
Oh, and I don't want that to happen, so don't worry. I won't slow fade.
Because then I'll put it out. It'll be on the radio.
And everybody go, that was about me, Shannan, boo.
And
Shannan
it'll
with an
kind of
A.
be funky.
It'd have to
and
be
like,
Shannan with an A.
that girl is a bitch. You better watch out. She is a witch.
And then it'll trade, because I'll go, you know what? And everybody will come say, so I dated this musician for a while, and he was one of those guys that not only did he not use like crystals for deodorant, he just didn't use deodorant at all.
Crystals?
Yeah.
I don't even know. See, that's the problem. I don't know what that is.
He doesn't even know what kind of deodorant that would be.
It's Larry's. It's called Larry's deodorant.
And there was something like he used to wear my V-neck T-shirts. It got really awkward.
Well, actually, it's the only T-shirts to wear. So if you want to buy me one,
we can trade. I have on a V-neck.
you
want to wear my
seat?
That he would wear my clothes. You're the kind of guy that would wear my clothes.
You're wearing a red bra. You came to play it up tonight, didn't you? Yep.
I'm wearing a teal bra and a red T-shirt.
We gonna play all night, all night. I'm gonna do one more little song for you here. It actually is a real song, so it's try to listen seriously. This is the tough part about it, is we go from being serious to comedy. When I'm like, no, dude, I swear I'm a serious songwriter, and then people are like, so was that song serious or is that a joke? And I want to make sure they're clear that I'll say that up front. I'll say this is a serious song. I thought we would hit one of my older songs. And this is about a breakup song.
I was like, even you watching you warm up is sexy. Like watching your hands do that is sexy.
Shit,
See?
it is on. This is a song. It's called "Piece of You," and it was one of the first songs I wrote about this particular breakup. It was about just being able to take the memory of a person from your experience with them, and that's kind of all you can do. So, like, I'm going to take a piece of you wherever I go.
Good, because otherwise it sounds creepy.
Well, a little bit. Yeah. And you'll hear the lyric and you'll understand what I'm saying. It didn't work out the way it should. Like everything in my life, stuck in a rut in my own little world. But it was supposed to be funny. Get out of here. You screwed me up. If I could get out of here, I swear I would do anything. I call you up, but you're not there. I start to break apart. I need to change your mind. I'll take a piece of you with me wherever I go, wherever I go. Talking in my sleep with you wherever I go, wherever I go. And I know you're over me, but it's hard to breathe when you're not next to me. Take a piece of you. I sent you a message at 2 a.m. I'm such an idiot. I can't believe the things I said. How did you deal with it? I understand why you're not here. Oh, you push away, she won't stay. Sorrow steeps inside my tears. I break apart. I need to change your mind. I'll take a piece of you with me wherever I go, wherever I go. Talking in my sleep, it's you. Wherever I go, wherever I go. And I know you're over me. It's hard to breathe when you're not next to me. Take a piece of you with me. You can clap now, come on now. Thank you guys so much. Again, this is the Being Mahoney Show, beingmahoney.com. Check us out on Twitter. My Twitter is @TimMahoneyMusic. My email is timmahoneymusic@gmail.com. Send in requests, ideas for guests if you want to come be a guest. Because every Tuesday at the local, I will have a guest with me. Again, thank you, Shannan, for coming.
Thanks for
having me. We'll bring her
me,
back. We're going to be going on tour. It's called the Black and White Tour. It's kind of it's a Michael Jackson tribute.
The yin and the yang.
Shit,
we can do that.
Take a beat about quality and seeing a mess in the rain. Hit score. You're thinking about being my baby.
Doesn't matter if you're black or white. I would do the crotch grab, but I'm terrible at that.
That's kind of a good tour, like our theme, the Black and White Tour.
We can do that. We should do that.
I don't think he did that. I don't think it was called that. But anyways, we want to thank again our sponsors, Guinness. We want to thank the local for having us. Again, this is a new thing, so we want it to build. Please tell your friends, share it, like it on Facebook. I want to thank again Guinness, Kieran's, the local. Who else we want to thank? Scott, who's the co-owner of Alive and Social Network for coming and bringing his Also Gap t-shirt. Aaron, our producer, he is looking for a girlfriend, and so if you're about the mid-20s and you are stupid hot, stop down here. I want to thank the people that did come in to see us. There's about 40 of us, so let's give a hand for them. Thank you to the server. We'll talk to you later, and we'll see you next week. Thanks. Come on.